Hello guys, Deepak here, your host from Communication Guru. I am on a mission to bring the best insights to all the viewers, and we all have discovered a treasure trove of knowledge and experience. Imagine having the privilege to learn from someone who has spent nearly 2 decades navigating the intricate world of corporates and MNCs, even leading HR in Japan. Today, we have the honor of inviting the exceptional individual who not only impacts wisdom at RCM Bangalore but also actively influences the corporate world as an HR expert within the same institution. Join me for an unforgettable conversation that bridges the gap between academics and industry, where knowledge meets real-world applications. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and motivated. Stay tuned as I bring you this extraordinary interview on Communication Guru. Hi sir, how are you sir?
Hi Deepak, how are you? I'm fine, thank you very much.
I am also fine sir.
Good.
And sir, we are so fortunate to have you.
Oh, that's my pleasure also.
Let's get started with question number first. What skills do you prioritize when hiring?
Okay, that's a very typical question to an HR personality, HR professional rather. If you ask me skill per se, I will come that matter later. In any kind of interview or one-to-one discussion, I would look for basically 3 things. One, how the person is presenting himself or herself. Number 2, whether he is carrying a very positive attitude or not. And number 3, whether he has a very close eye contact with the interviewer or not. The third part is very important in the sense that it shows the candidate's conviction of what he or she is talking about. Now, if you come to the skill part, see, in our academics time, we have gathered some kind of knowledge as well as some kind of skills. That fundamental skills may be very crucial for the candidate. However, once the person is joining a company or joining an organization, those knowledge and skill has to be considered whether he is able to deliver in the ground level or applicable, whether he can apply that knowledge and skill or not. As for example, the person may be good in Excel, but whether the person is able to apply that Excel knowledge or Excel skill in his analytics work or maybe the data management work or data finding work, etc. But primarily in the interview process, I would look forward for these 3 areas as I told you at the very beginning. Knowledge and skill, obviously, following the resume we have selected him for the interview, that will come definitely side by side, but positive attitude, presentation ability, and whether he has a conviction of what he is talking or not. I hope I made it clear.
Yes sir, yes.
Okay.
Now moving towards the next question.
Okay.
How does an HR pinpoint employee disinterest and potential resignation reasons?
Employees discontent. What did you say?
Employee disinterest.
Disinterest.
Yes.
Okay. See, the reason for resignation may have several aspects. Okay. It cannot be generalized that, okay, these are the 1, 2, 3 reasons for which the resignation will happen. However, you are mentioning about the disinterest. That means the employee may not be too much comfortable in his or her assignment, or may not be too much happy or comfortable with his or her boss, or there may be some other personal reason. I mean, more or less you can categorize in these three areas. Just for your information, as a matter of fact, this is the proven statistics that generally people leave not the organization, people leave their bosses. That means there is some disinterest part from the boss. Okay, personal reason or maybe assignment related matter there may be there, but statistically it has been observed that statistics actually ran by Forbes magazine. They came up with this statistics that roughly 82% or 83% people left the organization due to the disinterest part for his boss.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that's one part. Now, other way, if you want to know the disinterest part, for that we have to understand whether there is any kind of less engagement for the employee or not. Okay, less engagement means there may be discontent due to his assignment. He or she may be underutilized. The employee's knowledge and skill may not be utilized at all, or the employee may be ignored for some reason. These are certain areas which creates the disengagement for an employee. In many well managed and good HR human resource managed organization, I have observed that engagement survey takes place. Okay, that's a very typical HR tool through which the management or the HR tries to understand that whether how much you are engaged with the organization. You know, several parameters are there, several different type of questions are there. Some of the points I have already told you. So we try to understand, we means the HR professional tries to understand how much you are engaged. If you are not engaged, the disinterest factor will be there. Right? So I cannot say that this is the disinterest part. Basically 3-4 areas are there for which the disengagement or disinterest occurs. One of them is boss, less assignment, underutilization, or maybe personal reason. Is that okay?
Definitely, definitely,
Okay.
sir. Engagement of the employee matters a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, sir, moving towards the next question. How does an HR probe reasons behind employee rule violations like coming late or inadequate task completion?
Oh, that's a typical IR question, not a, so to say, HR matter. You mentioned two parts. One is inadequate task violation,
Yes.
and another is coming late.
Coming late.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. In almost all organizations, there is something called basic code of conduct. In the HR policy or company policy or administrative policy, there is one chapter is there which is called basic code of conduct. Okay, in this basic code of conduct, the internal behavior, how you are executing yourself inside the office premises. You should come in time, you should maintain a courtesy level while interacting with the fellow staffs. You will discharge your duty with dignity and diligence. Something. These are the certain areas which falls under basic code of conduct. No filthy language, no insubordination, something like that. Now, when these kind of things are not there, then at the very first occurrence, maybe verbal communication. Okay, somebody is coming late. First occurrence, second occurrence, you will tell the person verbally.
Okay.
Or something odd has been done. Some nuisance occurred in the pantry.
Okay.
Or some filthy language is spoken out openly.
Okay.
At the very first occurrence, probably you will try to counsel him or her verbally. Okay? On repeated occurrence, it comes under issuance of official caution. Okay? But up to this official caution, it may be an internal matter. If it occurs again and again, then it's a disciplinary matter. Then you have to go for the disciplinary action. As per the Industrial Dispute Act, there is certain process in this disciplinary action. You have to issue a show cause notice, you have to give him 14 days time, then there will be a disciplinary committee, there will be a hearing also. Several steps are there. So there are some methodical process instead of taking any arbitrary decision. But one occurrence, two occurrence, there is always scope for making some corrections, or improvement. If you let the person realize that yes, this is something you have not done right, probably he will realize. No?
Yes.
But if it is a repeated occurrence, then there is some vindictive attitude from the person. You have to go for the next level action, disciplinary action, or show cause notice, something like that.
Definitely, sir, when the employee can do such type of repetitive actions, then, sir, it can also be difficult for the organization.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It actually vitiates the internal harmony.
Yes.
Or interpersonal harmony within the organization. It vitiates the organizational internal environment. As a manager or an HR manager, or so to say a senior management, why will you allow that? Two options. Either you nip in the bud, take action at the very beginning.
Yes.
Or if you are if you want to come up with some kind of empathy,
Yeah.
maybe once or twice you will give them the verbal caution, verbal counseling, not caution, maybe counseling. If it does not work, then you have to go for the procedural action. But that procedure is very clearly mentioned in our legal provision.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Moving towards the next question, how
Okay.
do you structure classes and training program to
Okay.
improve employee performance?
Okay. That's a nice question, Deepak. Classes and training program. From the organization perspective, let us understand very clearly. I would not like to mention the word classes. However, training program, yes. There are several training programs that we, means the HR professional, normally develop for different purposes. Okay. One is that to appraise the new policy or new guidelines or new technology to the employee. And second is that with regard to some forthcoming project. When there is a necessity to appraise the employee about the new project and everything, what is the process, what are the sub areas that we need to take care, and how it is to be planned, who is going to be the team member, and what are the nitty-gritties and what are the nuances associated with this project. Everything we need to appraise the employee in training. And third is certain skill development. Okay. Now skill development, it can be hard skill also, it can be soft skill also. Now in this kind of training, basically most of the cases, the trainer, the specialized trainer normally comes into the picture, and he or she organized this kind of hard skill or soft skill development training. Okay, and in these three areas, basically, we conduct the training program, we develop the training program. In addition, there is a continuous developmental process in the organization, in many organizations. I cannot say that all the organization, but in many organizations, there is something called LMS, which is Learning Management System. In this system, that is an opportunity for an employee, and that's the process for the employee that he or she should keep on upgrading or understanding or improving his knowledge and skill in the process.
Now, sir, moving towards the last question.
Okay.
How do you promote and reward high-performing employee?
You mean to say the promotion and reward mechanism?
Yes.
Okay. Deepak, listen. The promotion and reward mechanism in our HR management process, these two are completely different matters.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about reward mechanism first. Reward mechanism basically is a recognition process for an employee. You know, in a kind of employment duration, one thing is for an employee is very important. That is recognition. Even if somebody is coming, I mean, your senior is coming and giving a pat on your back, it's a very high recognition. In addition, you have been called for a kind of gift or memento in a public forum. That's a big recognition. In addition, there are some kind of reward for some exemplary contribution to the organization. Okay, why this is done? This is done to keep you motivated, to keep your morale up, to keep you engaged. We just talked about the engagement matter. This is one engagement factor. Okay, so basically, I cannot say that reward has a very specific formula to be applied to one employee.
Yes.
Okay, it may happen to you, it may not happen to you, but yes, for an organization, the reward mechanism, be it monetary or maybe non-monetary, it's a mode of or it's a process of recognition for an employee, right?
Okay.
That part is clear. Now coming to the promotion part, we need to understand what is promotion.
Promotion. Yeah.
Promotion is not just going one step up, is not getting a higher designation.
Yeah.
Promotion means you are capable enough to assume higher responsibility.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Higher assignment, bigger territory.
Okay.
You have been proven yourself capable enough.
Yeah.
That's promotion. Monetary reward, that is obviously that will happen.
Okay.
But promotion means not just one designation up, getting a very lucrative position. No, it's definitely a higher level of responsibility, maybe higher revenue, maybe bigger territory, maybe big amount of assignments, maybe managing a bigger team. You have been proven yourself capable of.
Yeah.
Now, how this promotion happens? Basically, this is the result of a robust performance management system. I'm not talking about performance appraisal. It's a performance management system. You, in this performance management system and the succession planning process, we identify the talent pool. We know that, okay, these 3-4 guys are my talent. They have the potential to assume higher responsibility. They have the potential to assume bigger assignment. one of them may be becoming a great manager to manage a bigger team.
Yeah.
We know
Yes.
beforehand. Given an opportunity, we give them that opportunity. That is promotion. Okay. So basically, performance management system helps you to identify who is the most capable person to be
To
promoted,
be promoted. Yeah.
or in general word, who is the most capable person who can assume higher responsibility, bigger assignment, maybe greater team, etc., etc.
Okay.
I hope I made it clear.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, coming to my channel. You
Welcome.
are giving such a valuable information that can help
Thank you very
the
much.
students to take HR in their specialization.
Oh, my pleasure. If it actually helps to give some insight on these areas, particularly HR areas, I'll be very happy.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Deepak.
Thank
Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.